right. All right. Well, it looks like that we are set up and we are good. Welcome back to everybody. It's another live stream for this Laravel scripture database. Again, it's just a resource for finding different doctrines or what people believe on different denominations of religions, not exclusive to Christianity, but just a good resource. I just thought of building out for this. So we're going to jump into it again. As you see on my screen, we last left off on doing tests, and it didn't work out so much for me with creating it this way. So we're going to go ahead and test a little bit more, and actually do a little testing beforehand, where we're going to see how I did it. So pretty much we're going to do a little bit of that and just kind of do some CRUD calls to make sure things work. So for example, when we create a faith, that should trigger a tag so people can tag stuff. So things like that, just so when models are created, things happen. So that's kind of my thought process right now. As far as it being like an API, I haven't worked with Sanctum yet, so kind of working the bits and pieces as I'm learning how this works. So let's go ahead and continue. So here I remember I took this off, so we don't need that. And then I was simply testing that the relationship works, or the factor can create relationships. So in this case, if we do faith, duplicate that. Now we can see just create 2 for now. We'll see if the all faiths work. So okay. So if we do user load all faiths, then we can do expect let's say all faiths. We have count of 2. So for to run that specific test, we will see. Okay, array to string conversion. I kept running into this, and I have no idea why it's doing that. I think it's if I make more than one factory for some reason. I've been really scratching my head thinking about why this is happening. Ah, same thing. Okay. Looks like it is happening line 15 of user test, and that's creating a Faith factory. So we get faith, and there's factory. I don't really see anything that makes anything an array. So this could just be some knowledge I don't know of, but that definitely is something. Because I believe when I tested it earlier, this worked, which is interesting. Yeah, not even that one worked. It says it rates a string conversion, but I don't understand. Excuse me. Yeah, I literally can't think of anything that would cause that. Anyways, it's something I'll just have to move on from. Again, just kind of learning these things. So we will just move on the to-do list. So working with users, just retrieving posts, retrieving nuggets, retrieving images, anything that's connected to the user, essentially. So go ahead and make that. There is no user controller. So we have a user controller, and then okay. Yeah, so it'd be a separate directory. We don't have any authentication with Sanctum yet. I believe it might be already set up. So we can do I do have to change that. Fine. I do believe there's something to where you can publish the Laravel Jetstream files. I just don't remember. Or 45, I believe. Yeah, so it's already published. I believe for users we have first name and last name. Oops. Okay. Actually, really unique one. I'm assuming I won't need the called name just based off of this. Okay, and then let's create. And now where is the routes and the not markdown blade files? That's interesting. Okay, so it looks like there's a config. All right, let's check the configs. Yep, haven't worked with Fortify in a while. It is interesting though, to say the least. this view comes from. Okay. Here we go, 45 app service provider. No, that's what I was thinking of. There we go. This is in the actions. Okay, let's put that. Oh boy, where'd it go? There we go. So pretty easy that. Okay, so that's how we handle the creation now. Where is the view? Yeah. That was it. 45 login view. Ah, there we go. Registered. All right. That took a bit longer than I was expecting, but it worked out. Register view. Now we have to make one. I didn't think I'd be doing Tailwind today in Alpine, but looks like we are. So resources, and we'll do views and we'll just do, we'll just call it off. Oh, there's already a directory for that. Oh my gosh, there's even... Okay, well. I stand corrected. Yep. Let's, Interesting. Register route. I'm assuming it's handled by that. Now let's just add first name, last name, username. Looks like some Alpine stuff right here. Totally didn't see that. Alright, should be it. Username. Alrighty. This should fix it. Oh boy, okay. Spacing is terrible. Huh. Okay, there's no margin top here. Looks a lot better. Ah, gender. Let's make this a cool drop down. Let's compare it to the components that we already have. We don't have it here. Yeah, let's see. Should be cool. It's gotta be here somewhere. I know it's loaded from somewhere. You can load it up and customize it. Here we go. This is it. Alrighty, okay. So now we should see a vendor, JetStream components. And we'll do a input. drop down. Not the drop down I'm looking for. Okay, let's just look at look at the input and then copy something similar to. So let's also look for the label. Okay. Thought there would be more to it than that, but looks like it's just that. Perfect. Gender doesn't have. Oh. Okay. Oh, forgetting a lot of things here. Okay, that should be problem solved. Oh. So many mistakes here. Country ISO code. I thought I set a default. Oops. Apparently I didn't. Sixes. Huh. Here's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Oh, okay. There we migrate. So many mistakes going on here, but it's okay. I can remember some of these artisan commands. Oh, okay, it's migrate. I guess I've been out of it. Let's try that one more time. And what is going on? I'm pretty sure there's a CSRF token in there. This is really useful, especially since I can't get the split tie array, because I'm not able to afford that. So this will have to do this first. Trying to figure out what's going on here. I guess the faith ID doesn't have default value. We'll have to change. Part of the learning process. All right. Yeah, okay, now that makes sense. So go here, and if we don't fill the first time, I guess the CSRF token expires, or just whatever it may be. So let's just do it fresh. And there we go. And we're in this fresh application. Now we can see it under database of users, and we can confirm email. There we go. All right. Now we're authenticated. So my thinking right here is that I can do the user controller, just do the regular information, and then do a return expects JSON, then return the JSON data. So that's one thing I'm thinking about. I do know there's something called JSON resources. Or eloquent, however it's called. Which it looks like, yeah. Yeah. Which I'm not sure why it would be separated if it's kind of the same thing as far as a JSON. Because the data should be the same, ideally. So I might have to refactor this in the future, but we'll get at least one thing going. So let's go ahead and make a view user, I guess. Use some route model binding there. So we can go ahead and put this under the sanctum. Okay, what's going on here? Two parameters. Okay, we'll just group. Do middleware. There we go. That works as well. Okay. So just just be slash. Oops. Huh. So let's just do Alright, I've been out of practice for too long. So let's just look at the documentation and see what that is. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. User slash. Oh, okay. That's what's going on. Yeah, it works. So at least we got that set up. We got something set up. Took longer than I expected to get authentication going. That's pretty interesting. But I'm going to show actually a design I did on Figma to you guys for this. Some ideas that I had. So we'll have a login page, and obviously I'm thinking of doing a dark mode, but there's nothing done yet. And then there's a mobile version, but still thinking about how the layout will look like. But ideally, what you would see when you log in, and again, this is just kind of concept for the UI, but here's what it would look like. I wonder why everything's going so slow. That is interesting. All right, so here's the, we can zoom in. I use some of the icons from Hero Icon and from Google Material Icons. Okay, this is as good as it's going to get. But pretty much here you have your little side panel, pretty cool navigation side panel. And here, I think on all pages, if not most, of the search bar, where you can be able to search the term or the doctrine of religion. Then on the side, you just have some kind of news feed of like who posted what. So recently added items. I didn't think too in depth about it. It could be from like just people in general posting or specific things that you subscribe to. There's a whole bunch of ideas that can go into that. But ideally, you'd see kind of like what was recently added, what kind of feed based off of people you would follow if I implement that. And you can create your own clicking on this button down here. And so I'm thinking I would pull up like a menu of like little icons kind of circling it. And then that'll determine if it's like a post or a nugget or whatever type of nugget and that kind of thing. Here, this is a bit more colorful to say the least. And these would be results of whatever you search. In this case, it's speaking in this, referring to the doctrine of what Pentecostals believe about speaking in intelligible tongues or an angelic language that they believe. But it pulls up results about doctrines and denominations where they believe that they do exist and it's still happens today, and doctrines and denominations that say otherwise. And it could fit more than one, but that's pretty much what we see here, and it's just kind of duplicated for the different categories. So nuggets, churches, users. And so this will pull up a list. So like, let's say if you want to get a list of churches that believe in a doctrine of speaking in tongues, then you would see churches that are updated on here that believe in this kind of doctrine. And you have users that have some kind of relation to it, whether it's from a previous faith or a current faith that could be adjusted in the future. But that's kind of it. Here we have filters and a button for advanced filters if you really need to narrow it down for things. But this will kind of like a little overview. Click on the more button, then you'll probably expand a modal or probably take you to another search result page. I haven't thought too far into it, but just kind of took a little bit of time to make this because I thought it would give me a visualization of what is to come, and for you guys as well. Basic, modern kind of looking. Some things might change. You might see some shadows added just to give it some depth. Maybe a bit more color. Not the most creative, but I at least have something going here. But yeah, I didn't think I would touch on UI this early, but it is something to kind of look at as the project gets developed. I know it's been a little slow recently. But I'm learning to do the live stream and code at the same time and see what works, what's better. And I think for the most part, you'll probably see me just staring at the screen. Not the camera, but my monitor, and figuring out why some things are happening and why they're not. Some of these things I haven't worked with in a while, or I'm just having a bad stream. Not as well, a bad stream as in I'm not really thinking too much, or I'm just don't know what's going on. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Feel free to check out more, and as always, if you guys are interested in studying the Bible, feel free to reach out to me on the social media links in the description. I'm part of a church called International City of Angels International Christian Church, but we have churches all around the world called the International Christian Church. And so there might be someone in the same city, state, location that speaks the same language, or they might be a little bit cooler than I. So I'm not the coolest guy, but it's possible. But hopefully this inspires you. Hopefully this helps you kind of think about, what is the truth and why is there so many different denominations and different things straying away from God's word. And I want to challenge you to study the Bible. See what that means. I could get you connected with somebody in your area. So thank you guys for watching. And thank you for watching the stream. Goodbye.